Alright, so tonight I want to share a bit of a story with you guys. So, I was driving down, doing some reflecting, and an old friend of mine that sadly passed away was on my mind. His name was Rory, and I used to go school with this guy. And back when I started in Year 7, I was a bit of a nerdy, scrawny little kid. Used to get bullied by some of the bigger boys there and stuff and whatnot, and Rory was always someone that sticked up for me. He was sort of like the leader of the pack. He was someone that was really respected and people really liked him. And for some reason, me and Rory got along really well. We used to do like these little drawings in geography class where I would draw a stickman with like a knife, he would draw a stickman with a gun, and then you'd have to beat the stickman with the gun by getting a machine gun, and then he'd get a dragon. And he was an incredible artist. He was incredibly talented. He could do these beautiful graffiti sketches. He was just talented in all aspects of life. He ended up getting his black belt in karate. Just an incredible all-round person. And he had a very good heart as well. And I remember back in the days when this was going on in school, he was always there for me. He was always someone I could turn to, talk to, and no one ever said anything to it. And as we got older, we sort of stayed in touch as well. I think it was through socials or whatnot. And I remember one time I was doing my debut for my first short film. And this is back when I was in TAFE, like around 2000 and I think it was like, maybe it was 2000 and, when was it, 2012, something like that, I think it was. Anyway, Rory had asked me, he'd messaged me and he said, can I come and join you on set? And I'd said I would get back to him, and for some reason, whatever reason, I might have got busy or whatnot, I never got back to him at the time. And I remember he was working in a paint shop or something like that, and he was wanting to get into film. And then what ended up happening was, I never got back to him, and then later on I would find out that he actually passed away. I went to the wake. I saw a lot of the old school people there, but even the people that bullied me at the time. And by the time I left school, we were okay. There was not really any bullying, but we never were really kind of close. There was sort of like a little bit of animosity, and there was a little bit of like, we finally got along. But Rory, even in his death, brought all of us together, smiling and sharing memories. And I saw all my old classmates, they were all there. It was almost like a reunion, but only instead of like a reunion where we all catch up, it was for a death of a really good person, which was Rory. And even though it's been, honestly, I think it's been a decade now, or at least close to a decade. I think he died in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. But a lot of people say like, you move on and you kind of forget about it. But Rory is someone that still comes to my mind quite often, because he was such a good person to me. And in that time of my life where I was really struggling with depression and not being able to get along with most people, because I was sort of like very introverted, bit of a contrarian, and Rory was just able to relate with me, even though he was like the most popular kid in the school. And I really appreciated that. And even now, he still has an impact on me, even though he's passed away over a decade ago. And it still hurts, his passing still hurts, because he was a really good mate. And they said that he died by suicide. I think they said he overdosed on, he had broken his shoulder and he had overdosed on, endones. I don't know the whole story, and out of respect, I can't really comment on that, but he was an amazing guy, and I don't think it was suicide, but then again, I don't really know. But regardless of the fact, this is more of a thank you to a great guy, Rory Burns, like an amazing dude, and really miss him dearly, honestly. And one of my biggest regrets that I have, and I don't have a lot of regrets, is not bringing him on that film set when he asked me. And that still affects me. That still affects me to this day, because that was the last time I spoke to him. And if I had known, man, it would have been really different. And this regret really weighs heavily on me, But what can you do? I really wish I could take it back, could have him with me on that film set, but that's life, But anyway, that's the little story about Rory, a really good mate who died too young. Died in his early 20s. Had his whole life ahead. Really good kid who was thinking about getting into film. And, yeah. What can I say? Very sad. Anyway, that's it for this one. Catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe and be well.